Anyway,
F1 out
we're
here.
hopping on one of those little things. We're skateboarding to different topics. Oh, man, hit his elbow. You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't care you broke your elbow.
Boys, have you ever just like woken up from a big night out and you've just regretted everything that you may have done, not remembered, seen, and just gone like, oh, I don't remember that. And like one of your mates tell you and be like, you remember you like threw a kebab off the balcony last night? You're like, nah. What do you mean?
Who did that?
Well, that's actually a funny story.
I do experience what you're talking about specifically. Anxiety, are you talking about?
Yeah, like you wake up and you're like you freak out a little bit and you feel bad.
I feel like it's different to anxiety.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Well, I'll talk
I
about
feel like
my
anxiety is
experience after.
worrying about the future. This isn't worrying about the future. This is regretting the past.
Yeah.
I definitely regret not remembering a night. Like if I like have like a good time, like when we went out, oh mate, I don't remember from the last club that we went to pretty much getting into bed. No recollection.
Yeah,
Recollection.
Recollection.
Recollection. But yeah, like I'm just like, no, I'm out. And I feel horrible afterwards because I'm like, what have I done? What have I said? I could have said, Dylan, your hair looks horrible right now, and maybe I would have, you've just gone, that was a bit mean.
Yeah. I probably didn't, but
Oh no, I probably didn't. But anyways,
I think everyone does something the night before when you go out and drinking with your mates, because alcohol makes you do
dumb
the
shit.
things dumb shit. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Also makes you say things that you want to say when you're not on
Makes
it.
you honest.
It's liquid courage for a reason, love. Don't know why I said love. But anyway.
I was like,
It was
Not
to
that
say
hot.
love, big love to the listeners, watchers. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Man, changes
Big
the
love.
subject. Straight up. Yeah, I know what you mean though. That feeling the next day, I don't know. I just call
you say
it
you got anxiety.
Oh, I call it anxiety. It's
Yeah, but-
only the day after, specifically for maybe not even the whole day. It may be when I wake up until like the afternoon, and then I start feeling a bit better. Like I start to recollect what happened the last
Like
night.
little bits
recall.
of bits come, come back to you, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's right, that happened, or oh, that's right.
But it's a pretty often thing after I drink, like a lot. Like sometimes I'll
Recalling
drink.
things or head noise.
It's maybe head noise.
Well, yeah, because anxiety is something like I have to perform tomorrow, for example, and I'm worried, I'm nervous.
Tomorrow.
No, but it's an example.
Okay,
Jeb.
okay.
That's why I said example.
It is like
Sorry.
a nervous
I
feeling.
have to
kind of
perform
thing.
tomorrow, and I'm worried about it. What if this happens? What if this happens? What if I fall off the stage? That is anxiety. I'm pretty sure if you go out for a night, you drink a bit, and say I text an ex, for example. Oof. I wake up the next day and I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I text my ex?
Yeah.
Oh, what is she gonna think? You're such an idiot. That is head noise.
It's almost like post-nut syndrome. Yeah?
You reckon?
Like on like that sort of level.
I mean, no, I wouldn't say it's on the level.
Yeah,
It's not the same thing, but it's on the level.
I know what you mean, but for me, it's a bit different.
Okay.
It's like there's post-nut and it's like a clarity thing. It's like, okay. But it's not.
P
It's
and
not
C is
different.
it's I think different.
For me, that's
I
different.
see where you're going with it, because you do something and then you wake up without that because something
That
has
intention,
changed.
that intention.
Something has changed.
Yeah.
You've nutted. And you wake up and you go, oh, why did I do that? I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I nutted.
No. Yeah, I said that kind of clapped. I was like me describing it as like a teacher or something. And you turn the corner and you've
nutted.
You've nutted. Anyway, no, I mean,
So head noise, you reckon?
no, but like as Jared was saying before, he was saying before you wake up like and don't remember it. That's a perfect example of what happened to us last weekend.
Yeah, look, I don't agree with that. Whatever
weeks
happened that weekend.
Because
I've never experienced
Okay, 333, we have our first mystery and investigation that needs to be underway, and you guys can help us out. Here's how you can help us out. If you were there, if you weren't there,
What was
guess
the
you can't
date?
help us
It was what? The 19th? The 19th it would have been.
out.
18th,
Whatever the
probably
weekend
18th, 19th.
after, it was the weekend after Valentine's Day. So we were all sad and upset and thought, oh, well, we're single. Well, me and Chris are. And because Jared wasn't there. He was out, probably out on a date.
I was.
Weren't you in Brisbane?
Yeah, I was at
South Bank?
Crew Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
Yep, out
So
there.
didn't even want to hang out with the boys. That's fine.
Got to take the missus out for dinner.
Anyway, so
Responsibilities.
me and Chris were out. Chris and I, were out and experiencing a lovely night down at the Felons Brewery.
Yes.
And had a few margaritas because it was margarita week.
Yep.
Why could you not? A few Tommy Blanco margaritas. Went down an absolute treat.
Just a few.
Come back to the apartment to gather a few things and say hi to a few people.
Yep.
Then went back out and met up with another mate. And
That's it.
That was about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And that is the last thing I remember.
I do not agree with that night at all because people do say, oh, I drunk too much. I don't remember what happened. But that has never happened to me. I've drunk a lot before, multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never not been able to remember the
Okay,
night.
we
Christmas
were drinking.
parties.
Yeah, but we were drinking a lot.
Yeah, but
But it's not like it crept up on us. Like when we went back to the apartment, which was we left there at 7:30.
Yeah.
I was fine. I remember everything
So was I.
completely
Yep.
walking back, everything. It was when we got back down to the brewery, I could not tell you what drink I drunk.
yeah.
Or I remember
Big
talking
one.
for a little bit, and I
Yeah.
think it was about 9:30 was probably the last thing I remember. And then I asked another one of our mates, not Chris, to fill me in. I asked him literally yesterday, so a week and a half or 2 weeks later,
Yeah.
to fill me in of what happened. He's like, "You don't remember?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, well, you and Chris were headlocking each other at the bar and wrestling at the bar."
What?
So apparently,
See, I don't
Chris,
recall this because, I remember the same as you. Like, we went down back to the bar after we were there, went back to the apartment, went back down, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
scruffing.
Yeah.
So-
and I remember all this up until that point, sorry.
So
What happened?
So this is what I got told. Okay,
It's never happened.
apparently, Chris kept coming up behind me and trying to put me in a headlock and choke me out.
I would never.
I was
I'm
going to
not
say,
that
I've
retarded.
never seen you do that. Like,
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Actually, the few days before that, I was teaching him how to put in a proper headlock.
okay.
Maybe that was it.
Show my moves.
Maybe
Watch
maybe
this
that
on
was it.
practice, my friend.
I was showing you that a few days before, though, wasn't I?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, maybe that, I don't know who would know.
Yeah.
And then apparently we started
things.
wrestling because then I'm trying to get out of it,
Jesus
and then
Christ.
I got out of it, and then my mate come over and tried to break us up, and I grabbed both of you in a headlock and banged their heads together at the bar.
I did wake up with a lump on my head. I
Yeah,
didn't
he
know what
said
that
he did
from.
as well.
Yeah.
He's
Mate,
like,
the
I had a
bar-
massive lump on my head.
You're like, they're the bartender. You're like talking to the bartender. Yeah, mate, 3 vodka Red Bulls. Yeah, don't worry about the boys.
No, we were drinking margies.
Yeah,
what-
yeah.
I think that's honestly. I mean, I don't know. I've never. What I'm putting it down to is tequila.
I was gonna say-
I've never drunk tequila like all night long, just tequila. Like
See-
nothing else.
You've
Just tequila.
Chris has had a big night of tequila.
Yeah, but
at
that was
Christmas
like-
party.
that-
but
I
you
wasn't
still
drinking.
but you still remember
Yeah.
it.
See, the thing is, I don't agree with that still.
You
From my
reckon?
point of view, I'm like 90+% sure that something ended up in our drinks. And for the viewers, we did not put anything in our drinks. We did not take any illegal substances.
No,
but I feel like somehow throughout the night, something ended up in our drinks, and it may have been some sort of drug.
I don't
And
know.
I know it
though.
happens a
I
lot
don't
in
know.
Brisbane because that has never happened to me.
Yeah, but
But that's
okay.
like- but
here's
like,
my
like-
rebuttal to that.
But Harley, like a guy who we work with, same thing. Went to Brisbane,
Davidson.
did a backflip. You know, like he's a trampoliner, right? Like he's does all this thing.
yeah.
Did a backflip
Chris's mate.
off a ledge, and then like smashed his face.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Why?"
If he's doing it off a ledge, that probably.
But he goes like, "I would never do it off a ledge, and like I would never do that when I'm drinking." It's like, and then
Well, this is a bit different. We're not doing.
we
We
forget.
forget.
He went to the
everything.
hospital, and they found something in his system that he was spiked.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's why I believe myself that something somewhere along the night. I know it does happen a lot out in those.
I mean,
big
like,
cities.
look, my rebuttal to that was most of the times when I'm out and I got my drink, and I couldn't say this, I can't say this now, I guess, because I don't remember, but most of the time when I get a drink out,
Yeah.
okay, when I'm pretty like smashed, I will
Always hold
get it at the bar, I will hold it, and I will drink it at the bar pretty much, and then go off.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, so
Yeah.
But I've never.
It's a bit of a question
Dunno.
mark because who knows?
And I never put my drink down if I'm out. Like I will always hold it.
And the thing is, I've got a video that I took at 9 o'clock, 9:15 or something, and it is the steadiest video ever.
So random.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's me taking a video of something that looks really aesthetic, and I'm moving around, and it is like perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Like it's a steady video. It's not like it's all over the shop or anything. No one's carrying her on. We're just like we're at the bar ordering a drink, and I'm taking a video of something. But I don't know.
You were out Thursday night too, because I remember seeing you like.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Do you remember that night?
We ended
Yeah.
up a Latino bar.
God.
Oh my!
This is the best thing.
A Latino.
What was it called? Chirka or something?
El Chica.
Chica.
Or, hey Chica. Hey
Oh,
Chica.
hey Chica. That's what we
Hey
went to.
Chica.
So
Yeah.
Thursday night, you shouldn't be out. Okay, you shouldn't be out. I
mate,
was like, let's go out.
Well,
That's
Thursday,
why
night is normally uni night from
Yeah,
now
okay.
on.
I saw on like your story of Chris dancing, and I was like, they're out on a buddy Thursday night.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, here's the
far
thing.
out.
We went for a walk and we we're like, oh, there's nothing on. We went down to the river first and we're like, let's go to the valley. Let's see what's going on. Nothing happening. We kept walking down. This one place
El
going
Chica.
absolutely off.
Yep.
And you just,
You
that's
had to
where you're
walk in.
going.
Yeah,
You
you had
don't
to
go to
walk
the
in.
place where there's no one, like
Duh.
no one is. You go to the place where it's absolutely going ham. We walk in there, like we're just like vibing for a bit. We're like, oh, okay, this is weird music. Like we haven't heard this before. And then we got a drink, went back in and we started like talking to chicks or whatever. We figured out pretty quickly that none of them spoke English.
It was Spanish.
no,
It was a
way.
Spanish night.
So you've gone to a Spanish night.
Yep. It was all Spanish music. And this
Donde
guy...
está la leche?
Okay. First time around... Wait, I'll tell the story. All right, first time around, he's like, oh, well, what's some songs we can play? So he's like, okay, play Despacito. And the chick... It was a chick...
At the DJ.
It was a chick DJ, all right? And she was Spanish as well. And she's looking at him going... Oh my gosh!
This
no,
guy-
I'm not playing that. And then he's like, okay, let me try again. Gasolina. And then I think she played that
Yeah,
one.
she's like, okay.
She's like, okay, I'll play that one.
And
And
played
then
it. What did I look up?
he went back. This was like a half an hour later or an hour later or something. And he's like, okay, I got to get in, all right? Because he's like, oh, the DJ's pretty hot. He's like, I
Went to
get
the
in.
back, went in the booth.
Went to the back into the booth, and he's like, I didn't say anything, and he come back down. He showed her the thing, or I was watching him. He showed her the thing. She's like, yes, hell yeah, I'm playing that. And I was like, what did you ask her to play? And he come back and he's shown me in his Google, it was #1 current Latino song, Spanish song.
Dude, and then he like unreal.
He put it in Spotify and he said, "Oh, play this one." So like she didn't see his Google search.
Yeah.
Bro, ultimate Riz.
man.
That is 100%.
She was so mid too.
That is so good. And she would have been like, as if this guy knows
Yeah.
it, like, too.
I don't know how they let me in. Like there was like two guys standing at the booth and they're like, oh,
No way.
Oh,
That is classic.
So
like,
funny.
you can
Mate,
kind of get away with it. Like, you got that bit of skin color.
But-
You, on the other hand,
the thing is, but they loved it, mate.
yeah.
We did not meet one person from that country that whole night that spoke that English was their main language.
yeah, right.
We met French women. I met two chicks from Norway.
Yeah.
I met an Italian chick. Sweden.
Oh, sweet.
But the
Mate.
thing is, like, they're just
was
so
weird.
nice to talk to.
Yeah.
But then, like, it gets kind of awkward then when they're sitting there talking to their friend and me and Chris going,
Like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know what you're
They're like,
saying.
these guys are creepy, and you're like, yes, sir.
yeah.
Probably absolutely talking shit about us, but
Yeah, bro.
hey, I'm having a good time.
Man, that's
Yeah.
it.
No, it was cool. Like,
It was so
they were
funny.
cool to talk to. It was just cool to, yeah.
Nah, it's unreal.
So
well
funny.
done, boys.
Oh,
Thursday
mate.
night shenanigans.
I just remember seeing Chris on your story, and Chris is like,
Yeah, in the middle of the
like,
mosh
the
pit,
thing, he's
and
like-
no one is
and he's
dancing.
doing these ones.
Oh,
This
that
is
was
Chris's
so
move.
funny.
These
No one
ones.
was going in. I was like, I'm going to go in and
Yeah, why
embarrass
not?
myself. Let's go.
Yeah,
so
well, last
funny.
time that we went to bloody El Chica, there was like, I was like looking for the boys. I'm like, where
Hey,
are-
Chica.
Hey Chica, where are the boys?
Is that what it's called?
And you're all
Yeah.
just snogging on with some.
Oh, I
like,
said El
birds.
Chica.
Wait, we didn't
first.
go there. Did we go there that night?
Yeah, and we went to
Yeah,
karaoke.
Yeah. What?
Then we went to
Oh,
karaoke.
yeah, we went to karaoke
What up there?
after.
Yeah.
You didn't.
We queued it. I don't know if
queued
it played.
ripped it.
Nah, I don't think they had it. I think we looked at it. I don't think they
Bro.
had it.
I remember that was the one
rapped.
thing.
I rapped. What I rap? Ice Ice Baby.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen.
I suspect with a brand new adventure, something. Anyway, so I rapped that. I know the whole song off by heart. Mate, then people started rocking in, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was getting packed
My
in this
God.
karaoke bar. And there was me, Chris, and like these other people up on the bar, up on the stage, sorry.
Yeah.
And then after that, smacked Beautiful Crazy by Luke Combs, the country song.
Country song.
Mate, the women loved it. And so did the men. And it was rocking. Chris jumped off the stage because he's like, I don't know this song.
Yeah, I was like,
Fair,
I'm just
fair.
standing up there like, trying to. I have no idea.
He's doing like disco dance moves and it's like country.
It's like, maybe lock them doors and Chris is like,
teaching a boot scoot.
I was like, I gotta go get.
He's
a drink,
doing his
man.
same.
yeah, these ones. That's it, that one.
I need to learn how to dance.
Yeah.
Mate, I tell you what, I don't know what it was. I'm gonna be honest here, and everyone's gonna laugh. But and I told him
Okay.
there was something about that Spanish music night and the drinks and the people and that. My dancing has never been so
good.
No, honestly, I'm not even shitting you. It was off tap, and I promise you, 2 Latino women say my dancing was good.
I reckon it's because they're good at dancing, and you're in that like.
No, but
Yeah, you know how they kind of like.
No, but
you,
my
like, look their
dancing,
movements?
my movements completely changed, and I like let loose to that different type of music. The next night we went out, it was back to normal.
Yeah.
It was back to shit and weird.
But it's the thing, like that music you can kind of dance to, right? Whereas like ours is like 21 Savage is like crib scene sounds as a galleria, and you're like, how do you dance to it? Like, come on, like let's be real, like how.
I don't know. Yeah, but but I don't know what it was, mate. Honestly, I felt like I was just like
On another level.
I was honestly letting the music like flow through me, like honestly, like they say to do.
You cannot fucking say
hey,
I was letting the music
judge me all you like.
flow through me.
It was taking control.
Hey, man was feeling himself. That's all that matters.
It was
Having a Drake moment.
no, but people were complimenting my dance. I don't know.
Unreal.
Laugh all you want, but
Yeah.
it was on a different level that night.
Yeah.
It was on a different level.
No, well done.
You feeling some type of way?
And then I was just
That's it,
and I was
absolutely.
rocking out some Ice Ice Baby and Luke Combs. It was a good night.
Mate, that is,
roll.
It was a
you
good
can't go
night.
wrong with karaoke.
See, like the thing is, like you don't even have to go. Like we go out and we just like drink and just dance and have fun. Like we don't go out with.
Mate, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed our night. Like, and I was dancing by myself by the end of it because I couldn't find the 3 boys that were. I was like, where are the guys?
It's so much fun.
Segregated.
It's just fun.
Yeah, I'm like, where are they? And like these girls came up to me like, you got any like cute friends? And I was like, yeah, looking for them. I was like, Dylan, Chris, Will, and I couldn't
No one
see
chose.
us.
Will. Will's just sitting there like,
Will's a cutie. Come on.
Yeah, he updated his his profile pic.
Yo,
Yeah,
have you seen it?
mate, I can't believe.
Finally,
I walked
good looking
out.
bloke.
All right,
looking
listeners,
bloke.
watchers. I walked out in my new apartment in Brisbane, which is going lovely, by the way. Thanks for asking. And these guys were doing a photo shoot for my mate because his Tinder profile was shit.
It was just the lighting at the time. The
was
lighting
nice.
was pretty mint.
That's so gay to say.
Come on, man.
You got to help a brother out.
Yeah,
you have to help
mate,
a brother
I'm all
out.
for helping
The
a brother
HBO
out
special. Come on.
in certain
Help a brother
ways,
out.
but mate, the fact that I just saw you and I was like, I better not see that camera roll, and it looked like a woman's camera roll that is just 40 photos of the same damn thing. And what do I? No,
Mate,
I
it
didn't.
wasn't 40.
No, it wasn't 40. It was probably
60.
50. Yep, it says 60. There you go. Well, yeah, it was pretty sad.
Chris,
But-
there was a good photo of Chris in there though, and he's like, "Oh, that's all right." And I'm like, "Yeah, mate, post it up." You know, it
I
looks
wasn't
good.
ready for it. I
Why
was just
not?
chilling there.
Mate, the best photos are when
Took a
you're not
photo.
ready for it, and that's when like
Kinda-
Will got a great one.
I know. I disagree.
You're too
real.
busy, bloody
I
quick
disagree
scoping
that-
noobs on Modern Warfare.
I disagree.
Mate, you're dialed in on COD.
I know.
It's so funny. You're like the fuck, like getting so into it, getting mad.
I can't.
You're
Didn't
funny.
play-
You're
didn't
funny
play
to
all
watch.
this week.
I can't play with these
Didn't play
bloody
any?
shit guns.
No.
The lag.
hey, the lag is shit.
Oh,
at my
when it
house.
is
Mate.
actually lagging. But
Yeah.
sometimes
Oh,
it's not. And
Nah, sometimes it does.
I pulled the trigger and there's nothing shooting. Why,
Bro, why was he there?
I was already. I killed him
No,
first.
so here's the thing. I get very annoyed, but I know I'm shit. But like I'm not shit, but I'm pretty good when I'm on. But
you're
like
average.
I'm not great. But then like I just like go, oh, that's so annoying. Like have a quick quick burst of rage. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then it's just like back to normal. But I don't know. I just over exaggerate
That's
a
funny.
lot.
Why
It's
not?
probably the better
Why not, eh?
way to say it.
I'm a
But
bit of a sweat.
no, I didn't play any
Yeah,
at all this
mate,
week.
Chris has got the fucking David.
I'm not
bloody,
that sweady. Come on.
mate. Have you seen him hold the controller?
The
No.
fact that you had to wipe your hands every time and the controller
Yeah,
after
okay,
every time you handed it
But
over.
mate,
Knees weak.
And we're in the
he had-
aircon.
His hands are like this on the control, like full crabbed up, Stephen Hawking moment. And you're like, here, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah, but I'm getting kills, aren't I?
yeah. And then you're like,
How many
you
kills am
pass
I
the
getting?
control, and you're like, yeah, sorry, bro.
That just happens. okay?
Sweat.
It's always, I've always been like that.
Yeah, but anyway, no, I went to play it
Going
this
hard.
week.
He's too
I
focused.
went to
Too
play it
Dialed
this
in.
week and I hopped on twice.
Yeah.
All right. I turned it off in about a minute.
See, I might need to
I hopped on. No. Here's why. I hopped on
Lag.
and it was like proper lagging. And I'm listen. Listen.
Listen, Linda.
No,
listen.
No. I put the
No,
Wi-Fi
it was
speed
proper.
test on.
This will
I was
prove
getting
it to
5
you.
megabytes a second.
It was proper lag. And you know how like when you shoot and you can see the bullet still after you're still moving,
Yeah, okay.
and it was on shipment. And I was like, not gonna happen.
not possible.
So I turned the game off straight away.
Rage
Twice.
quit. Rage quit.
No, and then I just went.
I'm gonna have to get myself a PS5 and some Modern Warfare.
It's a sick game. It's a sick
What about
game.
the PC, bro?
No, I won't.
Anyway.
probably won't handle it.
Mate, like, I want to get back to, like, the going out and drinking.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, going out's fun, but I'll tell you what. I'm actually getting into it later. Like, I know, like, it's good to go out and that to the clubs and that, but
Yeah.
it's actually so much more fun going, like, the breweries. And
Yeah.
the breweries and, like, just the bars.
Yep.
And I want to do that a lot more in Brisbane, is just find all the secret bars. Like, you know the one?
Yep.
I'm not going to say it, so
Yep.
give it away.
Which one?
Pardon me. No.
Secret.
Back
I
alley.
haven't been there yet.
Back alley one.
I've seen it. I
I've heard
know. I
of it.
know the place, but
Yeah.
It's gangster, isn't it?
we can't just give it away on here. All these
No,
people,
no,
you
no,
know?
no.
A lot of
It's
people
secret.
watching.
It's secret. You
And
know,
listening.
like, because when I get famous, which will be like probably in a few weeks.
13,000
Jokes! First
views.
dad joke of the day.
Plus 10 years.
Anyway. When I get famous, like, that's where I'm going to go. And I'm like, I don't want all the people to go there, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know it's you're like local, huh?
Yeah, they'll just come and be like, oh, can I have your autograph? I'll be like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You know what? Like, side absolute
Just
track.
start signing
Yeah.
glasses.
Side
and shit.
absolute track, all right? Biggest Segway you've ever seen.
Segway.
When I-
Segway?
Yeah.
Isn't that one of those fucking things that you ride?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zeg-
you know, like when people move topics, it's called a Zegway.
Is it?
When you
Segway.
move on.
Segway.
Zegway.
Is it a Zegway?
Segway.
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 Anyway.
Segway.
Whatever, bruv. You
Fucking
hop on your little Zegway.
Hop on you fucking Segway and go.
Yeah, you just said Zeg. Yeah,
I
yeah.
said Segway.
Yeah, no, you said Zeg.
I'm gonna punch you.
Right,
What's
run
it
that
about?
back. Run that back, guys. Run that back. What did he say? Anyway.
Man's changing wheels.
Anyway,
F1 out
we're
here.
hopping on one of those little things. We're skateboarding to different topics. Oh, man, hit his elbow. You know what? I'm going to say it. I don't care you broke your elbow.
Bro, the tingles.
That was a funny one.
Anyway, you know what, guys? I'm going to say it. And this is... People, like, you know, you see famous people and they go, oh, sorry, no photos or no signatures. I mean, it probably does get old, but...
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
mean, like, the first person that comes up to me and goes, oh, my gosh, it's Dylan from wherever you see me.
Podcast.
Wherever you know me from.
The hood.
Can I get your autograph or can I get a photo? I'm going to be like...
You can get.
I'm going to look over
three.
my shoulder and be like, what? Who's
You can
behind
get
me?
as many as you want.
But is it Dylan O'Brien? Where?
Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Someone else. You
Yeah.
know Dylan O'Brien?
No.
Anyway. You don't know Dylan O'Brien?
No. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Next question.
Anyway, I'm going to be like, oh, hell yeah. Like, can I get a photo with you guys? Like,
Can I get a photo with?
no, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, like,
You probably
I'll
would be.
I'll
You probably
so
would be
willing.
like that the first few times. In like,
Do you reckon
for a
you'll
while.
change your, like, do you have a cool signature?
Yes.
I don't know.
I feel like I've got a pretty boring signature.
No, I got a
Mine's
pretty
like
right-
two
I got
letters and
I got
then
an exotic one.
special little scribble.
Exotic.
Yeah.
Far in, man.
It's
It's got
like-
a Lamborghini
It's
of
like
signatures.
yeah, bro. It's like a big swoop and then a squiggle and then
Hey man, they
another
might
big
forge
swoop.
you. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Man's just air quoted his signature.
Okay, they might be worth a lot one day.
You never know.
Stop the cap.
I'll say.
Huh?
Okay.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. No, I want to go find more bars. So if you guys listening, anyone watching is in Brisbane and can
Recommendations.
recommend some
Slide
good
into
bars.
his DMs.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Can I get a photo with you?
Or just
and-
comment below. That'd be fine as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Either or.
But yeah, mate, like honestly, like breweries and bars are so cool.
Yeah.
That Fallon's is
I was gonna say that has been a
That's
bit
one
of a
on the
vibe.
bridge, yeah?
Yeah.
Fallon's?
Yeah,
It's
man.
Fallon's, but I don't know if we.
It's Money Pennies.
No, there's Percival's and Fallon's.
That's
Fallon's
right.
is the one that's like 200-300 meters long.
Yeah.
it's
Percival's
massive.
is like
Yeah,
decent
that's
size,
what I
but
meant,
it's not that
Percival's.
big.
It's massive.
That's where we went. The
Percival's.
yeah.
It's probably bigger, longer than the whole wharf.
Yeah, I would say easily.
Yeah.
Easily, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Like
it's gnarly.
it
It'd be
is.
so cool to have like something like that here. Like it's just crazy. Anyway,
it will change on the coast.
Just
for
not enough.
sure.
Yeah, people at the
Ah,
moment. Yeah, for that.
So there's not enough demand. Oh, I would say, but like that place is always busy.
What?
Like the wharf,
Yeah, I know.
always busy.
But it's always busy for the size that it is.
Yeah.
If you were to lengthen it by like 100
yeah, wouldn't
plus
that
meters,
create more interest?
it would. But also the infrastructure down there is not.
It's fucking, yeah.
But they're upgrading it now, though.
Are they?
Yeah, have you not seen that shit ass
New
bumpy
park.
Lego built road that's
Oh.
coming in?
Oh,
What?
okay, yeah. Okay.
Well, they're doing 2-lane road, the whole Brisbane
Yeah,
road.
all the way
Really?
to Lullaby. Yeah, you know this. You've been there a million times.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
that right.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm like thinking.
Oh,
of
that
the
Brisbane
Esplanade.
road.
There is a big car
I'm
park.
thinking of the
there now.
Esplanade. I'm like, what? They're changing the Esplanade?
Yeah, there is a big car park, but you still got to walk away
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
Whereas like
No.
Brisbane, everybody walks everywhere.
Like, just like, how good is like just getting like a buzz of drinking, you know?
Yeah.
It's good when you're at a certain level, for sure.
Okay, it was Thursday night at my apartment, all right? So, and like I was alone.
Sounds so depressed.
Yeah, look, I didn't mean it to sound like that.
I
But
was alone, drinking.
I was alone, and I had
Playing
my
Modern
mints.
Warfare.
No,
I
I
had my
mints.
mints, yes. No, you're
Nah,
not alone.
I didn't play it. I don't know. I haven't really just been. It's kind of more fun when like you got someone else to play
Yeah.
with. Like,
Tag out, game for game.
yeah, that's more fun, I reckon.
Someone brings the KD down, someone brings it up, you know, just evens it out.
Yeah, me and
Sweat
oh my
over
gosh, I
here.
gave Brian a go today.
It would have been trash.
Brian, you shit.
He kept going on the phone every time, and I'm like, Brian, are you playing? bro?
He's
What's
like,
up?"
He's bored. Checking his likes.
Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't doing terrible by the end of it. I think he got like,
Well done, Brian.
I think he got like 15 kills or 16 kills.
Oh, that's not bad.
Like 36 deaths.
Out of like 4
Yep.
games or in total.
nah, he did all right. He did all right. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Anyway, it was like a Thursday night or something. And I thought, oh, you know what I would love to do is go sit out on my balcony. Like it was a nice night, lovely night, and I'll crack a red. I had like two glasses of red.
Two
and
grasses.
Glasses. I went to say 2 or 3, and then I said 2 glasses.
Just added it all together.
Anyway, I had 2 glasses of red, and like it was just like it was a
Chill.
nice like small buzz.
Yeah.
And like, how good is that? Like, honestly, the people that go like, "Oh, I'm not drinking for a year," like, how boring are you? Honestly,
it's
like,
funny, but I agree.
no, like if you're an
Highly.
alcoholic, yeah, probably should do that. But like if you're only doing it because I've had too much drinks and drinking is bad for me. Yeah, it is. But like how good is a buzz? Like being able to have that little tiny bit of a buzz, and people go, "Oh, I don't need to party or have fun without alcohol." Yeah, you don't, but it makes it better.
I could never go act like sober, eh? Just,
Sounds
I've done
brilliant.
it.
I've done it once and I would never do it again.
Like it's not terrible. Like if you're a pretty confident and can dance and
Yeah,
talk to
but it's-
people anyway, like that's me. I can do
but it's
that.
a bit better when you
But
we got the buzz.
It makes it better when you got the buzz.
Absolutely.
Like it just gives you that little bit of liquid courage.
You're matching everyone
Yeah,
else's
and like-
vibe as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
you just
Spot
feel
on.
like a bit lifted, bit of weight off your shoulders, like all those anxieties or depressing thoughts gone.
That would just come back tomorrow.
Gone.
Why not?
All that wine or drink inside of me is floating it up and
Mate, red
away.
wine makes my lips all bloody red.
I just love being able to get a buzz and share a drink with other people
I've
and
never,
chat. You know,
never had red wine, like a full glass.
You gotta like it, eh? Like I can.
I do like it. I really do like
sit
it.
I know it's got like health benefits or whatever. If you have a
Oh,
small
you have
one,
to
you
drink.
it's like-
Nah, you have to drink like a lot of it to
Oh,
get
really?
like. The
If you
health
like, if you
benefits.
were like out and you want to get it on, you know, it's good drink to get it on. too.
it's good to
doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right to get.
It's good to have
a
a-
heap of it.
No, but like you have
Nah,
like, maybe
nah.
like 2 glasses and like that will get like be fine. Like you get like a little bit of a buzz.
it's good to have before bed. Gives you a good night's sleep.
Knocks you out.
and you wake up and your lips are still red.
So I had that. Remember when I was told you I had the first good sleep in forever?
Yeah, that was after that night.
That was
hey?
after that
I've been
night.
sleeping horrible.
So I was sick.
horrible.
I was sick. I mean, I still got a little bit of a cough, but
Yeah.
that's all I got. But A bit of yeah. Anyway, but no, like it's just so good to get that bit of buzz. It like livens everyone up. Everyone's cheerful. Like
Yeah.
no one is not happy off a little bit of a buzz when everyone's around together.
Yeah.
Drinking, even by yourself, like
Unless
it
they're
just
one of
gives
those
you a bit of a buzz
drinkers.
and go, oh,
They
like,
just get aggressive.
yeah, I'm
or
alone.
like full
but,
depresso.
Oh yeah.
but
Can't
who
yeah.
cares? I got
Yeah.
mints, got wine,
I got mints.
Yeah.
got this amazing view. Like it's just unreal.
There's different types of drinkers though.
What do you mean?
There's like
Oh yeah,
the
I know.
fun drinker, and then there's like the
Just like
aggressive
straight-
drinker,
people
straight
be
up
around.
people
and then
like
there's the
just,
emotional drinker,
yeah.
and there's probably
Wait.
a few other ones, but they're like
Have
the
you
main
have you
ones.
got a mate who is like an emotional drinker?
Oh yeah,
Who's that?
I'm not going to say it, but
Oh, I do.
yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know one too.
Oh my
Just can't
gosh.
think of it right
Is it-
now. No, we don't even say it.
Okay.
No, do you have a code word that you could use?
No, doesn't matter anyway. But
No, I have a friend who is an emotional drinker, but it's not a good emotion.
yeah, oh, this one's not a good emotion.
It's
either.
rage.
Oh, okay. So that's like angry, aggressive emotion. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you call it a?
I said emotional,
Yeah, but
but
when
then
you said an
like-
aggressive drinker, that just means they just drink a lot, or does that
Aggressive,
say they get
emotional,
aggressive?
and then there's like emotional, like feelings emotional.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
And
he
then
isn't.
there's-
Trying to
like
think. I think I
aggressive.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think,
No, I can't say like. I don't know. I can't say I've ever had a lot of drinks and got upset.
I
Hell no.
I don't think I've ever. I've just been like, I'm fucking sloshed.
I only ever have a good
Actually, I think maybe I've actually once, but it
When we
wasn't
stole
like,
your bed.
No, I wasn't really upset. I wasn't really upset. Like I
Oh,
I was
man.
having issues with a girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
And like I was just upset, so I start like, and I was, she was back at home, and
Yeah.
I had a party with a few of my mates, and like I was just upset, so I just drank.
Yeah. Well, that's
Then-
fair
but then,
enough.
but then
That'd
like,
do
but
it,
then
yeah,
I
yeah.
turned it like it turned into like fun because you forgot about it. Cause
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just drank more.
yeah, but like I wasn't like
if
I was like
if I want to
crying.
get
Oh mate, remember once I walked in on a mate who was sitting on the floor in his garage up against the wall, drinking out of the bottle.
Jesus,
that's low.
that is not good.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna get in the depressive sad mode, it's my sad playlist and then going for a night drive. That's it. That's the way I'll cope with it. Not drinking. I'll just go out for a drive. And you just like speed and shit. It's bad.
I just don't get.
And you get
started.
tickets.
I just don't.
Oh yes,
Bro, that is
No.
a fucking joke.
no.
Out the back of this road, that should be a 60 zone, not a 50.
Nah, residential 50.
It's a 50.
71 in a 50 zone.
Mate.
You know, my granddad got done there as well. for
Mate,
doing
I was
the
like,
exact
I'm
same
like,
speed.
and I
Yeah.
knew when I got the ticket, I was like, I know exactly where this is. But there was no flash or anything. Like
Yeah.
in like those.
Was it a night?
Yeah, it was at like 6 or 7 at night. And it was, mate, it was barely my tail lights and then just my number plate. And I was like, that is
Well, maybe they don't use like big flashes anymore.
Oh,
They just
so-
got good,
so
better
annoying,
cameras,
man.
night cameras.
71 in a 50 zone.
Yeah.
Rough.
Six
Four
hun-
demerit points, mate.
$650.
That's the rough. No, but that's the
and
rough
four-
thing. Four demerit
Four
points.
demerit
And they
points.
only just upped that as well.
I know.
Is it every 4 years they get renewed?
3 years?
3 years.
But the
okay.
thing is, like, if I was 2 kilometers under, it would have been like $400.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's rough.
and 2 demerit points.
2 to me, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I got pulled over. I remember I got pulled over once. I've been pulled over once in my whole life, and and I got pulled over, and the guy's like, he's like, oh, do you know where I pulled you over? Why do they ask that? Like seriously, like,
Yes.
what are they expecting me to say? I was drinking and driving, and to be like, that wasn't it, but okay.
Mate, I got pulled over by a cop with my P plates on. I was in my dad's car.
No, you're right. I won't finish my story.
Sorry.
No, you're right. You go.
No, that's right.
No, you're right. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I thought you were finished. You just stopped.
No.
Okay. Anyways.
I'll say
so-
mine.
So yeah, and I was in like dad's car, and I had my P plates on, and I didn't stick him to anything, and I had it one laying down like this, and this cop pulls me over, and he's like, "Where are your P plates?"
Yeah. So like, I remember when I got
And he's like, "Where are your P plates?" And I was like, "There's one in the back, and there's one squish in the front." And he's like, "If I was in my helicopter, could I see the one laying down in the back?" And I was like, "Well, it's laying down. If you're in your helicopter, you'd probably see it better than it up on the
So it's
window."
just unstuck.
Yeah.
And he's mad.
And he's mad. He told me to pull over, get out the car and everything. And I was like, what the and Tamas was in the car. And we're like, this guy for real?
Righto.
Righto, mate.
So what did you get pulled over for?
Yeah, can I
Sorry,
get
yeah,
it? No,
sorry.
you're right.
I'm so sorry.
No, it was my fault. It was my fault. I'm sorry.
Guess what? I'm not sorry. So carry on.
Anyway, so I got pulled over and the guy's like, oh, do you know where I pulled you over? And I was like, no, I'm guessing
Anyway.
RBT. I'm guessing RBT. And he's like, no, but I will breath test you anyway. You were speeding. And I was like, speeding? And I literally looked down at my dash and I looked up at the sign in front of me that said 60. And I was like, what was I doing? Like 62
doing
or
zero,
63?
officer.
And he's like, yeah, you were. You were doing 60. I clocked you at 64 in a 40 zone. And I was like, wait, what? A 40 zone? I was in a school zone.
That'll do it.
But
All right, listen.
not in a school
It was
time.
2:03 or 2:02. I just left uni and the school zone starts at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
And like normally we get let out of the uni class at like 10 minutes before like 2 o'clock, all
I'd
right?
be so mad.
But we got held back for a bit, but I didn't notice, all right? Got in my car, literally drove out. And mate, like it was like literally 2 minutes behind there. He's like, I just got here. You're the first person I just pointed my gun at. And he's like, I was like, oh, sorry, mate. I literally like didn't even notice because I get let out normally at this time, and I just didn't even clock it. And he's like, oh, look, like I'm looking at your record. You've never been pulled over. You never got a speeding fine. You're
Thank
20
you,
k's
Mr.
over
Officer.
limit. I'll put you down to 10.
Good man.
Oh,
So he put me down to 10. It was it was like $100 and one demerit point.
yeah, that is good.
And I was like,
but
oh my
still
gosh, like,
rough at
thank
the
you
same
so
time.
much. Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
I was 25. I mean, I was already speeding, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
my mate got pulled over doing the same thing. Like it was just a school, or like it was like went from like a 40 to a 60, and he got done in the 40 zone doing 60, like because he was speeding up to it.
yeah.
And the cop pulled him over and was like, oh, like, what school do you go to? I'm Flinders. And he's like, all right, cool. Well, look, I'm going to clock you for, 10 Ks over instead of, 20 Ks over. And he's like, yeah, ask him, what school do you go to? And he's like, oh, yeah, Flinders. He's like, cool, great, no worries. And then just like let him go. And then the next day we had a police talk, and that cop rocked into school and was like, g'day, Max, how you doing? And he's like, no, like that's the cop that pulled me over yesterday. He's like, if you're like Max and you're a good boy, you're honest with us, like, sure, we'll be nice to you. But if you're a dick, we will fucking throw the book at you. And Max is like, there.
Poor Max got called out on stage.
Oh, so funny. It was so bad. I was like, oh, well, at least he was nice about it, because that's what you gotta be nice to cops.
You got to be honest, though.
Absolutely.
Unless they're a bike cop.
Oh my gosh,
They
mate.
have no respect.
He ruined
Fuck
you.
bike cops.
He ruined you.
I'm sorry, but no. I was the nicest person ever. This guy.
What car was this in?
In the Subaru when I had one. Okay.
Okay.
And yes, I was overtaking someone in like two like double lanes going the same way. But I mean, like,
So you were doing something completely illegal.
yeah, but like
No, it was a dual lane. He just
it was a
overtook
dual
him.
lane, but I just overtook because I had to turn. Right.
So it was going faster.
And in this moment, it was at the complete wrong time. We came around like a corner where there was one opening of about 50 meters of where this bike cop came directly at me as I was going forward. And yes, I think I was 20 over. So it was a 50 zone. And
Sorry,
I was
I'm
doing, like,
confused.
70.
Did you like go over a solid line or a dotted line?
No,
No, it was dotted.
It was like a two lane.
two.
Two lane.
Yeah,
two.
okay, yeah.
And then there was another 2 lane
Yep.
on the other side.
Yeah.
And there was like a medium strip with like a garden in it, and there was one open spot where concrete was for about 50 meters on the corner. And this bike cop came around as I was going on the other direction, overtaking someone.
Yeah.
And he went all the way back down around the roundabout and came up and pulled me over. And I pulled over, obviously, straight away. And he was the rudest person ever. He just, like, fair enough, I was speeding. Like, that's fine. I said, yes, I was. Like, he obviously saw what I was doing. I wasn't trying to speed and be a dickhead on purpose. I was literally
Overtaking.
just overtaking and trying to do it quickly. I know you're not allowed to do that because it's against the law, but
Yeah.
you'd rather do it quickly than
Stop.
sit
and
there
get
for 10
traffic
minutes
behind-
and then like, whatever. And he came up and he's like, you're doing 20 over. It was just 20. And I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. And he's like, give me your like license and registration. Took it back and he came back and gave me my license and I sat there and I waited. So he took my license, went back, came back, gave it to me. He's like, here you go. And then he just drove off. And I was sitting there like, what? He didn't explain anything. He didn't say anything to me. He just drove off.
Yeah.
And then I just got a text message saying you've been fined. He did not even explain to me,
Wow.
talk to me. I was trying to have a conversation with him. as he walked away, I was like, wait, like, what's going on? Nothing. Got on his bike. And
Bike
zoomed
cops
off.
are, yeah.
Nothing. I was like, righto,
That's
cock. Yeah. Oh, I know. We know how it works. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, bike
So
cops are
annoying.
the worst. You see him, you're like, that's like, I'm dead if I see
Mate, I had a bike cop bait me today.
Yeah.
bait.
Sorry, Wednesday. Yeah,
Yeah.
full bait me.
Like, well, like, sit up your ass.
Yep. Unmarked bike cop.
Yeah.
All right. So I was headed to Brisbane, and it was just off the gateway. Just turned off to go to the gateway instead of go like into Brisbane City. All right. And I was going through there, and you know how like let's just say my tint in the back is pretty dark. So all I see is headlights and this bike bobbing and weaving through traffic behind me, hooks up behind me, all right, and sits like just up my ass, but just to the side, which a lot of bikes do to let you
Just
know
let
that
it-
they're there. Because I mean, I got my bike license. That's what they tell you to do. But a lot of them try and sit up behind you and like egg you on. Because I've seen him, mate. I've seen him hooking through, and I was kidding you not. I was like looking around, going, okay, is there any cops? Like looking around me because I was about to nail it in and out and weave in between these two cars. But the car to my left, so there's a car in front of me who was like literally right in front of me, and there was a car to my left. But the car to my left decided to speed up and close the gap, and I was like, I can't. And then I waited there, and then as that other car went, I went to move, but the bike moved. Come hooking past beside me, police helmet and all the things, and I was like,
Mate.
oh my god,
Isn't it
I'm so lucky I didn't do that.
The best feeling when you go, like, you wanted to do something and then something stops you, and then you go, wow, like, there's a speed camera there, or there's a bike cop
Intuition.
there, and you're just like, I was about to just like overtake this guy and like hook it, and then this
Yeah.
fucking cop is like right there. You're like,
Yeah.
thank God I didn't, because I've done that so many times, and I'm like, oh, you know, I'm gonna rip it here, and I was like, oh, actually, no, for some reason, I'm just gonna
not
pull
gonna.
over and sit behind it, and then there's like a cop car, and
you
you're
see
like,
it 2 seconds later.
how good is that?
Oh mate, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like me and my cruiser when I used to always drive my cruiser because it is only
Very
illegal.
Hey, you and me both,
The
brother.
only time, like I had this week straight, I kept seeing the same cop in a van, the same cop, right? I know it was the same cop because he had the like very distinctive sunnies, and I kept seeing him along Nicklin Way, but he was always driving, pardon me, he was always driving the opposite direction. By the end of the week, twice, he started pointing at me and looking at my car. And there was once he was stopped at the lights, saw me, tried to turn, but this learner cut him off.
Oh.
I zoomed and turned into the next street
Go on.
and parked in because my mate's place was up there. I parked in like his driveway
Yeah.
and
Got out the car.
got out of the car.
Mate,
and I texted him and he's like, oh, I'm not home, I'm at work. I was like, oh, bro, I'm just sitting behind your fence. And he's like, okay.
Cool.
Mate,
Like when I worked,
I don't know if he came after me, but he full turn and he just, it was, yeah.
So I
close.
worked at the Sofitel, and like, you know, I always finish late because I was like a bartender there. And then anyways, finish late, going through Noosa Junction, had my mate in the car, my mate behind me, and he's like straight piped RX-8. And then I was like, oh, I'll rip it through this roundabout. And there's a car, and I was like, taxi's on the roundabout. I'm just going to just hook it. Bang. And it was like, And
Taxi.
taxi wasn't a taxi.
Yep.
Cop
Fake
car.
taxi.
Cop car.
Fake taxi.
Flashed the lights at me. My
Liberal
mate was
taxi.
like, what are you doing? Like, and he just drove past it like neutral because the thing's so loud. And they pulled me over and they're like, what is it? And I was like, oh, that's a tune. And they like told me.
Wait,
like,
you're,
yeah, I told him, I was honest. I was like, it's a tune. That's why it like backfires and does all this. And yeah, and they opened the bonnet, looked at the height of the car, and they're like, all right, just fix the height of the car. And
Fix the height of the
wait, is
car.
yours too low?
yeah, it was like the wheel was like in the arch, in like the rear of the arch. And they were like, just like, you got to lift that up higher. Anyways, they're like, what do you do? Nice to me. And then let me go. And they were like, I was like, cool. And my mate was like going past and he's like full like rotary just go, and it was so loud. And he just pulled over, got out the car and walked away.
Oh, no.
Mate, I remember one of my mates got pulled over and he was on his red P's. And he was on his red P's and he was in his van and he was picking heaps of mates up from a party.
Yeah.
And he had 8 or 10 people in the back of this van.
Jesus.
Got pulled over. And as he got pulled over, everyone ran out the back of the van
just
and
dipped.
bolted. And the
Still
cops
would've
were
got in
like
trouble, eh?
chasing after him.
would've got in trouble
Yeah, he
for
got
sure.
fined.
Yeah.
But it was the funniest. Like, I wasn't there, but he was telling me about it, and it was the absolute funniest thing. But oh my gosh. Oh, you know what I was forgotten about? Okay,
What is
well,
it?
I got a quick today years old.
Yes, I was going to say, like, all right, that's what I forgot about that.
All right.
Nah, never.
I was today years old when I found out this weird fact that it is physically impossible for pigs to look up.
That's a shame.
What do they got to look up for? They got to eat dirt.
Isn't that crazy?
That is. So what are they looking at? Just straight
Just
ahead.
straight and
Just
dirt.
straight ahead.
Tunnel
straight-
vision, baby.
Focus on one thing.
Straight to my plate.
Far out. I just thought like
There you
that's
go. Well, there you go.
That is funny.
Fun fact.
We're gonna finish with my dad joke
You got
still.
a dad joke.
Come on,
mate.
bros.
Sorry, bro.
Don't cut us off.
Dad
this
joke it
guy.
up.
He's too keen to end. I know you guys want to stay and listen. Like this is a fun program.
We've hit our time.
No, there's no such thing as time. We're here to entertain the masses.
Time's imaginary.
Just
All right.
joke.
Time is money.
Hey,
Money is time.
you want to leave? Get up and leave. Hey, get up and leave. This is my segment.
Seggied up.
This one's completely a joke, and you'll see why. My girlfriend, this is a joke,
My wife.
complains that I don't smile anymore. Well, she's the one who wanted a serious relationship.
All right, that's
No
it.
one
We
wants
out.
a serious
We out. No, we
relationship with
don't.
All right, like, comment, subscribe. See you
That's why-
next week. Shut up.
Not smiling.
See you, mate.
No one wants a serious relationship with me.